0. All right, in this lab, we're gonna look at the solubility product constant. In each one of these burettes, we have differing solutions of silver acetate, a sparingly soluble solid in a solution. In this one, we have just silver acetate, that's solution A. In the next one, we have silver acetate with potassium nitrate. In the third burette, burette C, solution C, we have silver acetate and silver nitrate. Notice silver twice there. And then finally in beaker D, we have silver acetate and sodium acetate. Again, some common ions. What we're gonna do is, to these beakers containing potassium chloride solution and water and an indicator. The indicator that's gonna be used is potassium chromate. It's gonna turn to this brown color after all the chloride ions react. So the chloride ions initially are gonna precipitate out the silver so we can determine how much silver, because we know how much chloride ions that we have in solution. And then once we've reacted it all, we'll see this brown color remain. So I'm gonna add it. Again, usually I wanna do it drop-wise, and I'll swirl. I'm trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing here. It's just going in drop-wise. Okay, I am getting the brown color, but it has to stay. We expect this brown color to remain, not the yellow, the brown. So it's like this cloudy, you get little splashes of brown in it. It's when that brown color decides to stay for good, okay, that we stop the titration, and it's getting there, I promise. The hardest part of chemistry sometimes is being patient, that you will get the results. I'm gonna stop for a second because it looks like I got a lot of brown there. Oh, almost. Okay, I'll add a couple more drops. Hope that I'm there. Patience is a virtue that I don't really have. And there we go. Notice that brown color staying. I always like to say it looks like some kind of like you added milk to orange juice, and I don't know, a little grenadine. Okay. And I'm seeing that I added, according to this, around 5.5 mils. I started all my burettes at 0. Okay. Now and we would do multiple trials of this and average them together, which you'll get the data. Now to solution B, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna add it drop-wise into the beaker. Oh, gotta get drop-wise going. You see it initially makes a solid. And then, again, it's already starting to show that, okay, that beautiful red, but it's not staying. Okay, it swirls away. Swirls away, oops. Swirls away. Don't swirl too much. Lost a couple drops, so. Again, that's an error in my experiment. Errors happen to everybody. That's why we do multiple trials. If you see an erroneous data point that doesn't make sense, you always can throw it out. Those happen. User error, I'll call that one. Okay, I'm starting to see that reddish. I'm just gonna go a couple more drops because it seemed to go away after a couple swirls. It's hard to add just a couple drops, isn't it? Okay, and yeah, that looks like it. And then, all right, now we've got that nice reddish color. And this one took almost exactly 5 mLs, okay? I would say maybe 4.90 or 5.0. I'll take a closer look when I record the data. Our third solution, okay? Now, this is the one that has the silver nitrate also present. So keep in mind, that's 2 sources of silver. That was faster than I wanted, but that's okay. Didn't start turning yet. I gotta get a better handle. Come on, drop-wise. No, not squirt-wise, I said drop-wise. There we go. Add it drop-wise. Try not to splash. Keep going. Keep going. A little bit faster for a second since it's been quite slow. All right, we're starting to see the red again. We need the red to persist. Okay. All right, I have, okay, that red persisting here. And again, I look to my burette and I'm seeing around 6.1 mLs were added here. Okay. And last but certainly not least, my silver acetate and sodium acetate. Again, try to get that dropwise going. You already see the cloudy, see some flashes. Okay, I'm gonna speed up my drops if I can. Again, you've seen those flashes. It's a good sign, but we really need it to persist. Doing a fast drop, but not too fast. And try not to over swirl. Yes, this could always be done using a stir plate, but I'm always worried about breaking burette tips if they get too close. Keep adding, again, more flashes, and add a little bit faster since this one's seeming to take a little bit longer than the others. Taking a little more volume than the others with that common eye on the acetate present. Okay, I'm in. This one is a long one, but like I said, we're only going to show you one trial of each. We'll send you the rest of the data. You don't need to see us do this 4 or 5 times. Normally we'd break you up into groups and have you go visit each station once and combine the data. It's a good lab for that. I see it. Almost. A couple more. I think I'm almost there. And yeah. And again, another obviously source of error would be when your eyes start to see that red color. So that's why we would run several different trials to make sure each time you get a little bit more astute at recognizing that change of color and your skill set on adding it dropwise and not spilling. So I hope this helps in creating your data. This last one, again, did take more. That looks like around 11.2 mLs were dispensed, so 11.20 compared to the others that were closer to 6. We'll get you the rest of that data for your lab summary.